The Turtles came strong out of the gate in their first live action movie. It's no secret that one of the major highlights of the movie is how great they look. It's honestly my favorite live action version of the Ninja Turtles we've ever received. But today's video is about something I don't think we've talked too much about on the channel here, and that's that the Shredder's look in the iconic 1990 film is also top-notch in my opinion. Now, unfortunately, just like the Turtles, which I've talked about in a previous video, his look in the sequel was also changed, and not for the better. The changes to his appearance is something that always bothered me, and if you haven't seen these movies for a while, you might have missed some of these details that changed. But don't worry, I got you covered. Today, here in this video, we're gonna dive deep and explore these details and compare both designs of the character, the Shredder from the 1990 movie and the Shredder from Secret of the Ooze, and take a look at what exactly changed. Before we get started, if you happen to be stumbling across this video and you're not subscribed to this channel, all we talk about on here is Ninja Turtles. So if you're a Ninja Turtles fan, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. That's all we talk about here. But as we always do, grab a slice of pizza, get ready, and dive into the sewers because we're gonna take a look side by side at the differences between 1990 movie Shredder and Secret of the Ooze Shredder.
You are here because the outside world rejects you. This is your family. I am your father.
Now, in the first movie, Shredder wore more of a reddish uniform that resembled the way he looked in the comics. The same cannot be said for the sequel. He wears more of a purple uniform in Secret of the Ooze, which looks more like it was a reference to the 1987 cartoon that was out around the time, that had the Shredder sporting very similar colors, although on different areas of the body, but same color scheme nonetheless. Now, although Shredder is seen sporting this new uniform in Secret of the Ooze, I always found it kind of neat that Shredder can be seen wearing the first movie's uniform at the start of Secret of the Ooze when he challenges Tatsu for leadership of the Foot.
Let any who challenge step forward.
I challenge.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
I like that they cared enough about the continuity to at least have it in this small little portion of the film. On closer inspection, you can notice that it is mangled and torn from his previous interactions with the Turtles in the 1990 movie. Little did we know at the time, though, that this was the last time we would see him rocking this reddish outfit. Shredder had acquired a new uniform. But the color of the uniform was not the only thing that had changed. The helmet had also changed, and drastically. In my opinion, it was for the worse. The first movie's helmet is so clean and proportionate and littered with detail. The one in Secret of the Ooze looks so big and clunky, and it looks like someone attacked it with post-it notes on the side and the back of it. What happened to all the cool little details? They covered it with these little gold squares everywhere. They replaced the blades or the visors or whatever you want to call them with like these buzzsaw blades. They're so massive, like comically so. It seems like they try to make them more intimidating, but I believe it has the opposite effect and makes them look goofy as all hell. The mouth cover looks very similar in both films. They didn't change much, but I do have to say, it seems like they did a lot better of a job in the first movie with the lighting on the Shredder when he's on screen. The use of shadow is used to the utmost advantage in that first movie, and because of this, the mesh holes on the mouthpiece seem so much more spread out in that second movie when I think about both films in my head, and it takes a little bit of that mystery element away from Shredder. But in reality, I think that the mesh on the mouthpiece were spread out just the same in both movies, but just lit differently. The use of lighting is also different when they present the Shredder wearing his cape. I do believe in both movies they are very similar, a silver and black pattern, but the first movie presents it in a much more muted light, where honestly, all my life growing up, until I inspected his cape further, more specifically when NECA released images of their Shredder 1990 action figure, up until this point I thought the cape was black. Whereas I always knew that the Secret of the Ooze cape had the silver and black pattern. It's just way more noticeable in that film. The shoulder spike pad things look similar in both movies, but the actual shoulder pads of like the cloth part of the suit seem to stick out a lot more in Secret of the Ooze. a bit more exaggerated, and it makes it look sillier in my opinion. The neck collar thing also looks cooler in that first movie. The way it comes down to a point in the center like a V is visually appealing. The one in Secret of the Ooze just looks like a Velcro flap. You can tell the same amount of detail wasn't applied to his suit in this second movie as it was in that first movie. These little details make a big difference once all added together, and I don't think I'm the only one that feels this way. Now, these versions of Shredder both have spiked armor, both on the forearms and the shins. This seems to have stayed the same, but it's worth noting that in that second movie, he doesn't appear to pull out that big claw thing that he has in the first movie, nor any of his other weapons. One final thing that I feel is worth mentioning is the Shredder's costume in that original 1990 movie seemed to fit the actor so much better. It seemed perfectly tailored for his body, as with the second movie, not so much. In Secret of the Ooze, the suit just looks much baggier and doesn't appear fitted at all. Bottom line, at the end of the day, the look of the Shredder just never got any better in live action after that first movie. Even more recent versions of the Shredder don't come close to touching that iconic look of the 1990 movie Shredder. I'm pretty sure if they released like t-shirts with that version of Shredder on it today, it would sell like hotcakes. Put any other live action Shredder on a t-shirt and I don't think you get that same reaction from the fans. Here on the channel, I always talk about when that new trailer for the next upcoming Ninja Turtles movie comes out, that the Turtles have to look top notch and how important that will be for the success of the film. But I have to say, it's almost as equally important that they get the look of the Shredder right as well. When we get our first glimpse at these characters, whenever the next new live action version of them comes out, it's got to make people feel the same way these Turtles and Shredder made you feel back in the day. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but as of now, that does it for our comparison of the look of Shredder in the original 1990 Ninja Turtles movie and its sequel, Secret of the Ooze. And I know we didn't talk about Super Shredder at all, but I believe that requires its own video, so we'll have to come back and touch on that at a later time. But for now, let me know down below, what do you think? When it comes to live action, is the 1990 Shredder your favorite version of the iconic villain? Let me know down below. I'm curious to see what everyone thinks. Also, the channel just hit 10,000 subscribers, and I wanted to say thank you to all of you. I always thought there might be people interested in talking Ninja Turtles, but this has gone beyond my expectations. Let's see where this goes. But once again, thank you very, very much. That does it for this video, guys. If you're stumbling across this channel and you want more Ninja Turtles content in your life, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That's all we talk about on here is old, new, upcoming Ninja Turtle stuff. Also, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up as it helps with the visibility of the channel. But that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in a little bit with another one. Take care.
Ninja vanish!
Hey Turtle fans, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to follow me on all the social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's a good way to stay in touch with the channel. And also, if you want, go ahead and give the video a share on your social media platforms, Reddit, Twitter, all that stuff. And let's spread Turtle Mania to the world. Once again, thanks everyone for watching. It really does mean a lot.